Aries, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is an energy reading, guys, so you take it where and how it resonates in your life. You call it to you when you are ready to receive the message. That's why it appears in your feed. But it casts out for the next 7 days, so I'm going to do a 7-day breakdown for you guys. This, Aries, is where your message begins. We have be peace. Oh, I feel like you guys have needed this. And interestingly enough, this is a diametric opposite because this aligns, at least for me, aligns to Libra energy. Because Libra is always looking to restore the equilibrium, and it is in opposition to Aries. It doesn't mean that it's basically your diametric balance is what it is. Aries would be that focal point, the individual, but it reminds us that across the way, balancing that out and understanding how to work in partnership with others teaches us about ourselves and actually makes us a stronger individual. This is the divine balance. So divine balance isn't 2, divine balance is 3. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's that essence that happens when 2 people get together and create that third energy between them. So that's really where the divine balance happens. And this is peace. You have 21 sitting at the top of the card, and that's 3. Okay. I feel like you've just needed this. You've needed this energy of things are going to start to calm down now, and being open and receptive to letting those things in your life that make you balanced and that make you healthy, because that's what balance equals. Balance equals good. Balance equals healthy. Balance doesn't mean that everything has been perfect and everything is pleasurable and everything went the way that you wanted. Balance is that you found that medium and a way to equalize everything that's happening in your life. So let's get into where this energy is going to lead. Aries, please remember, if you need a deeper reading because you have a specific problem going on in your life or issue, I do provide personal readings. Please go to my website at www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com and you can book and schedule your personal reading with me there. You'll get your message within 24 hours of whenever you have scheduled your reading. Aries, if you have not yet, please subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell, selecting all notifications so that you not only know when I upload your favorite content, but you'll also know when I go live. So you can get free live tarot card readings from me. We're almost there, Aries. Hold on. Whatever falls out as I'm dividing the deck, it's just I'm going to use it as a part of the message. That's the part of the message, and we're going to leave it on the table. There you go. I don't choose the cards. I don't manipulate the cards. They fall where they will, and I interpret them. So hold on, Aries. Let's cleanse the energy. Something came off. What the heck? 2. All right, let's get into it. So the 2 cards, they didn't come out, but they did flip over. We have tend to the small things and take a leap of faith. Oh boy. this is really an energy that is almost like in some ways stuck. So we didn't take the leap of faith, or there was an insecurity about it, maybe because too much energy or too much badness had built up, too much sickness had built up, or not feeling like you could take the leap of faith or move forward, or just because you didn't, there has been resentment that has built up in some ways. But at least now we know that that's good news, because we know that there's there's an energy of peace or healing that's coming in for that. And then we have embrace the in-between. This is all happening more toward the past, right? Just a little bit though, because in other words, this is an acknowledgement that Aries, you were dealing with a transitional period, that there's something that's going on that was essentially requiring you to not function at full capacity, have to be very economic and kind of blend in for a while, except that you weren't in full control of the wheel. And we kind of knew that, right? Trying to keep it together and look good while you do it. But it had more to do with this feeling of maybe resentment or being out of control, or feeling like, oh my God, I wish I had done that. What God is saying through this message is that there is a peace that is going to be made with any of those regrets, with any of that feeling of being stuck or stalled, or that's what's being remedied this week. You're getting a relief from whatever was keeping you or making you feel stuck or stalled. So let's get into our 7-day play-by-play, Aries. I'm going to choose day 7 first, and then we're going to go through days 1 through 6 to lead up to day 7 to understand exactly why the outcome happened or what the outcome is. Aries, day 7. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Whatever comes out, comes out. Underlying energy. Interesting. Okay. Underlying energy. We're just going to put that there. All right, Aries, day 1. Let's get into it. Aries, day 1. This could be Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Thursday, Sunday. Doesn't matter. Whatever day you're watching this is day 1. We have indecision, or not wanting to look at, not being ready, not being emotionally ready to be able to maybe even handle an offer that was presented to you, right? And maybe in the back of your mind, there was a little bit of, not resentment, regret. But ultimately, day 1, this is where it's coming from. This sense of, I'm not sure that I wanted this. But thinking about that thing that you weren't ready to grab. So clearly it's still on your mind. And it could, because it's coming up again, in some ways come back around and present itself to you again. And that may be why it's front and center in your mind, and maybe in some ways offering this sense of peace. Because you see the cup that is duplicated in both of these images. In some ways, it's almost like maybe you didn't realize, because this was such a small thing, this was such a small little offer of kindness or offer of love, you didn't realize that it was significant, because this really simulates the Ace of Cups, this sense of not recognizing. And it's saying somebody, it's you or them, they weren't ready. You know, they just weren't ready to see that this offer was actually special. They had too much going on. Maybe that's happened to you recently. And, you know, like, that's life, right? I mean, we're not always ready to see what's presented to us because we've got so much on our plates. That's not something to feel ashamed of or guilty about or even resentful or regretful of. That's something to just acknowledge, hey, that's where I was at that time. And that's kind of what it feels like. There are criticisms here, or offers that didn't come through. Maybe you didn't say anything, or somebody didn't say anything, or a sense of really like inflicting self-harm to say, why didn't I do something? Why didn't I think of something? Well, this on day 2 is a sense of being able to get over that, or realizing that you have to stop that. You have to stop that negative internal dialogue and be able to find a way forward, and the willingness to do so and leave all those bad thoughts or worries or fears behind you, recognizing that either you don't deserve this from yourself, you don't deserve this from somebody else. This is just a lot of crap being thrown your way. Maybe it's bad news, maybe it's criticism, maybe it's somebody who's very critical, but it's attacking, and it's just it feels relentless. And there's a sense of getting away from it, or being able to resolve whatever that is, or whoever this is. Let's go to day 3. We have Capricornian energy. Okay. This is fear. It's also addiction or harm or whatever it is, restriction that keeps you, like maybe it's material things, that it just keeps you tied down. It's a bunch of stuff that keeps you stagnant and restricted. It could be laws as well. There's this disappointment or sadness, maybe involving somebody who in fact just had a lot of problems or restrictions, or a lot of fears that were bogged down by a lot of unimportant shit. And then that they couldn't, and so they couldn't maybe show up for you or be available, or simply just a lot of regrets for the past issues. And then we have the King of Swords. So this is clarity on that matter, or decisions made on that matter, or decisions maybe based on past decisions. Maybe this is decisions that were made based in fear and regret, and then being stuck, or not being able to decide, or not being able to see a way forward, or in some ways just having two different decisions. Not, once again, a lack of willingness to decide, or there's suddenly clarity or realization. There's clarity, but then you don't know what to do about it. It's like all of a sudden you realize that this is the issues, the clarity of the issues, the severity of the issues that somebody was dealing with. But then it's like, okay, but how do I handle this? What do I do about it? Okay. What about day 4? And there you are. There's a sense of, I want to move on and I want to move forward, but I feel guilty about it. I'm worried about it. This is a lot of grief and stuff, which is normal. I think you've been through a lot of heavy stuff. This is a sense of, you do have the opportunity to move forward. And in some ways you are ready to move forward, because that's you. That's you. Or this could be a father figure that sort of moved on or moved forward, causing a lot of stress. But there's this energy of, we're going to talk about this as you. This is a sense of it. Part of you is ready, or everything has come at you all at once and it's stressing you out. And that's day 4. Okay, so day 5, shit. How do Aries deal with this? And this is peace, that it says that we end at. Peace in this chaos, peace in this conflict, or Magician. That's day 5. That's the change or the switch. And Magician is realizing, I'm not going to ask anymore what's available. I'm going to accept what's available, and I'm going to make the best out of what I have. And that's you. That's you finding your own personal strength. That's you finding solutions. That's you sort of arriving at the right moment at the right time. Okay. A little bit more, please. Where's the change, though? What happens? It's like you have to make the best out of a shitty situation, because the 5 of Pentacles has arrived. It's almost like people are pissing you off. There's just a sense that that's why you haven't been able to really connect on this loving level. That it's just this energy of, I have all this shit to deal with, and Soon as I feel like it's done, it's not. I have even heavier crap to deal with. And there's a sense of everything's coming at me all at once, and I just have to make the best out of a shitty situation. And how do they do this? And that could be true. But I want to know when the peace is coming. 3 of Wands. Things are looking much better for the future. Yeah. What about day 4? I feel like by the end of this week, your perspective on a lot of people in your life is going to change as well. And it's going to come into accepting them for what they are and what they're capable of, and putting them in the right spaces in your life based on what they're capable of. We have Knight of Wands. That's deciding to basically be kind of selfish and move forward and just go in your own direction. And maybe that's kind of what you have to do right now, because that would be your energy, being certain or sure of your passion and your pattern, or of your passion and your path. That's what I meant. Anything else for day 6? It's almost like I just want to get the fuck out of here kind of energy. And then, but you're stuck, but you're not sure. You don't know which, either you don't know which direction, or you know you can't yet. But let me say this to you, because we have day 7 sitting here, and it's interesting energy. There's something now that's coming in to call you to your future, but you still have this whirlwind of crap. It's not like this is the tornado itself, but it's the aftermath of the tornado or of the hurricane. And now it's like, okay, I want so badly to get out of this and rush past it and just get into living my life again. And that's the purpose of this week, to make you grateful for the life that you still have after the natural disaster, to make you excited about the future by in some ways restricting you and denying you of it for a while, by making it difficult to get through. It's almost like God knows that to entice an Aries, he's got to make you fight. And that's what's happening. The universe is inspiring that fight drive in you so that you can find your inner warrior and get through this really difficult time. Yeah, let me just let's get into the Moon card, because we need a little bit of emotion to understand underlying energy. Okay, adjustments are required, so changes have to be made. But I was gonna say, Aries, is don't let the fight entice you so much that it's just about the fight moving forward. Allow yourself to be about more than the fight. Allow yourself to be about a purpose. And realize, what is that on the other side? What do I really want to be doing right now? Your life has changed. It's like there has been a level up in your life. And you're like, yay, level up. But now you have all the challenges and complications of the new level. And it feels like it's hitting you all at once. And it is. But there's a learning curve here. So let's get into the Moon cards. Adjustments are required. So be as malleable as possible this week and be open, or your feelings toward whatever is happening are starting to shift. Your hard work is paying off. And this is what I want you to be aware of. That even though it seems like you're in the middle of a shitstorm, you're actually out of it and through it. And all the hard work that you're doing and all the hard work that you apply this week is really going to be able to sort of start to shift and solidify the shift in your life and bring you the peace that you need. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. And these are your fears. These are what's getting to you. You know, this worry about moving on, or how do I move on, or how do I deal with this? You deal with things one at a time. You deal with things completely, and then you move on to the next one. And you'll see that if you handle things like that, they won't be as intimidating, and you'll get through them faster. You're working through your fears. Your hard work is paying off, and you're going to make some adjustments, but you're making them really to the totality of your life. We're going to get to day 7 in the extended. Come on by with me, guys. I'm going to pick this angel message card for you as well. I'll see you in the extended, and the link is down below or in the description box, or I pinned it to the top of the comment section as well. Aries, I will see you soon.